Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's event, highlighting community in Indian country. My name is Andreas. I'm 16, and I'm part of the internship with Phoenix Indian Center. Today, we'll be hearing from different organizations throughout Indian country. So, this brings me to introduce Avril now. So, here's Avril.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for checking in and watching. Thank you, Andreas, for that introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. Yat e washte ola manahu Avro Hioho Mitakiape, Avro Cordovi, Machiape, Malakota, and Taos Pueblo. My Thama is Joseph Conquilla Cordova. My Ina or my cause, Patricia Crow Cordova. I'm sixth generation from Chief Red Cloud. I'm the owner operator of AC and Associates. I'm a mother, community member. I'm a unchi or a grandmother, and I'm really thankful that you can be here today. Today I am streaming in live from the territories of Tongva, which is also known as the Los Angeles area. Thank you all for being here. Today is July 28th, 2022, and we're excited to have you here today. So if you're watching this live, thank you for being here. If you're watching in the replay, ta'a for checking in. Thank you for checking in. We are celebrating National Intern Day. Woohoo! So you just got to see Andreas. And he's here helping now and in the background. We're just so thankful that both him and Seneca can be here. AC and Associates is so grateful and thankful to have had the opportunity to work with these two amazing Native youth interns from Phoenix Indian Center. Shout out to Seneca and Andreas, who will be making today's show such a success. We would also like to say thank you to Paul at powwows.com and also to Phoenix Indian Center for sponsoring this event. So let's go ahead and get started. Thank you again for being here. We are truly appreciative that you all can be here. Today, we're going to be hearing from a lot of different organizations, a lot of organizations that will highlight events and activities and just the amazing work that they're doing in Indian country. We're going to go ahead and hear from a lot of different individuals. So let us know in the chat where you're checking in from. I know that we see Melinda Hale. Boo, boo, boo. Hi, Melinda, for being here. I know Melinda. She's in the Los Angeles area as well. Um, her and her family are great individuals. She does a lot of great work in Indian country with an organization called United American Indian Involvement as a cultural consultant. And all of her family does amazing. They have taco booths, they have fry bread booths. They even during COVID had a drive up fry bread stand. So um, we know their fry bread stand is the Lucy Hale booth, um, and they actually um, do amazing. So I'm so thankful and grateful to know their family. A lot of their family works in Indian country as well. Shout out um, to their brother Kevin Hale, Phil Hale, Sandra Hale. I can name all their families, but I'm super glad that Melinda that you're watching. Also, we see Lisa. Thank you for being here and checking in. Just gonna say hi to some people that are checking in the chat. We also have Songtree, Piochi, zooming in or streaming in, watching from Bluefield, New Mexico. Thank you for checking in. We also have Janelle from Downey, California. Boo, boo, boo. I love the city of Downey. I love it because um, I was born and raised in Downey, California. Downey High School was my high school. So shout out to Downey and Janelle for checking in. We also have Marty Anderson. Thank you for being here. Marty comes directly to us from Mountain, Wisconsin. Um, You are so welcome, Melinda, for the shout out. Thank you again for being here. We have some great individuals that will be speaking on the different events that are happening. So, as I mentioned, um, AC and Associates, that's me. I am a small business. I'm an entrepreneur. I do a lot of different types of events in Indian country, from being here online to doing different trainings in my area. And I always like to say this: when and if you go into business for yourself, do something that you love, because it doesn't necessarily feel like work. Today is National Intern Day. So I do want to say thank you to again to Phoenix Indian Center for providing two amazing interns that got to spend 3 weeks with me and see all that we do, all that happens for a live event. I'm really grateful and thankful that they were had the opportunity to have a summer internship. Phoenix Indian Center paid them, and they did some great work from um, doing a youth talking circle to also a online chat called Sissies, Unchies, and Aunties, where we came on and we talked about different things that individuals are going through. So, thank you again, Phoenix Indian Center. And as I talk about Phoenix Indian Center, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our first guest, who is Ethan Sosi. I We're going to have our moderators bring him on, and then we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Ethan as they talk about the great work that's happening in Phoenix at Phoenix Indian Center. So, welcome, Ethan. Thank you for being here. Going to go ahead and say hello and then turn it over to you. No, we can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. And friends and family, that's what happens when lives go live. A lot of we were speaking earlier before the show, tech issues, but we can't hear you, Ethan. So as Ethan go ahead and tries his tries to figure out his tech issues, we just want to say again, thank you for Phoenix Indian Center for coming to us with some great two individuals who are in high school, who are working to do the things that they want to do in their um, after they graduate. So working with them to be able to provide them with information and how to do virtual events. It takes a lot. However, we're glad that we had this opportunity. So let's go ahead and see if we can hear Ethan again. Ethan, are you there? Nope, can't hear you. Oh, I think I heard something. No, still can't hear you. That's okay. That's what, can we hear you? How about now? Test it. One, two, three. No, we can't hear you. Um, Try to log off and then log back in. Maybe somebody else can log in and we'll go from there because we can't hear you. But we're going to go ahead and, again, like I said, we have a lot of individuals that will be checking in. And we're going to go ahead and hear from one of those individuals who is um, recently, AC and Associates received a mini grant from a great organization called Return to the Heart Foundation. They do a lot of great work in Indian country, And we're going to go to the video that was submitted by Return to the Heart Foundation. So let's have our moderators bring up that video and we'll listen a little bit from um, their great organization and hear from them and how they celebrate Intern Day. It is National Intern Day, so thank you to everyone who is doing volunteerism work or internship work out there. We'll go ahead.
Uhagani, Nianada Binya. I'm Gina Jackson, Western Shoshone and Oglala Lakota. I'm the co-founder and co-CEO of the Return to the Heart Foundation. My co-CEO, who's not with us today, is Joni Romero. Return to the Heart Foundation was created by Native women for Native women and girls. It was co-founded by myself, Sarah Eaglehart, and now South Dakota Senator Red Dawn Foster. We saw the need to support Native women and girls, and we stepped up to fill in the gap. Our vision at Return to the Heart Foundation is to empower and resource through grant making Indigenous women and girls who are bringing healing to their communities and beyond. Through this work, we are cultivating a world where Indigenous women and girls are valued, are protected and supported, and where Mother Earth can thrive for future generations. We believe change for Native women and girls can only happen when it is led by Native women and girls. And this is the kind of change we want to be and see in the world, where we can achieve it through supporting Native women led initiatives focused on civic engagement, climate justice, narrative change, and restorative and regenerative development. Now is the time to support Indigenous women and girls, to uplift their work so that they can bring healing to Native nations, the U.S., and beyond. Today is National Intern Day, and I'm so excited to be here to introduce Return to the Heart's intern, Cassandra Palmier. Cassandra was born and raised on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. She is an enrolled member of the Oglala Sioux tribe and a proud mother of 2 sons. She is a first-generation college student who is currently pursuing her master's degree in social work through the University of Oklahoma. She attained her bachelor's in social work from the Oglala Lakota College. Cassandra is passionate about decolonizing social work and uplifting the strengths within Indigenous matriarchies, which is why she chose to intern with Return to the Heart Foundation. She uses her lived experience to empower and inspire others. Cassandra, I am so happy to have you with us today. Can you tell us, why is it important to support Native women?
Hi, Gina. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. It's important to support Native women and girls because it creates narrative change that ultimately affects all of our communities. Native women and girls are carrying traditional knowledge through generations. And when Western models of medicine have failed us, we return to the heart of our ancestors and our traditional ways of healing. This is especially true since the onset of COVID-19. Narrative change and hope for a brighter future is essential to Native women and girls during these challenging times. I'm from the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, but I avoid reinforcing stereotypes about the social economic status of my people. Instead, I tell others how much wealth exists in our region: the language, the culture, the land, the clean air, wild plants and herbs, it's all there.
And so why is it important to intern with a Native organization, and what kind of advice would you share?
It's important to intern with an organization that you can truly represent and stand behind. Working alongside an organization and individuals who understand the American Indian experience has made all of the difference in my educational journey. Not only do I feel validated and supported, I feel completely inspired working with other Native women. I would advise other Native interns who are considering a placement to be intentional about where they invest their expertise. Ask yourself, where will your spirit blossom? Where will your cultural values be embraced? Those are the most important things to consider.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you immensely. Your knowledge, your indigenous lens to all of our work, and just your passion to support Native women and girls, and really all of our people. We just appreciate you so much, and are so glad to uplift you during National Intern Day. If folks are interested in learning more about the Return to the Heart Foundation, I encourage you to go to our website at www.return2heart.org, and also follow us on social medias. You can just search through any of the mediums for Return to the Heart Foundation. We will be announcing new grant opportunities coming this fall, and we would love to talk with you, meet with you. Anyone who's interested in learning more, you can contact us, send us a message through any of the social medias. Appreciate the time that we've had today, and all of the wonderful people who are doing good work in Indian country.
Thank you guys for listening to that. Thank you for Gina at Return to the Heart Foundation. We're so thankful and grateful that she can be here. As you all know, this is a live event, so a lot of things are going to happen. I went ahead and brought out my sage, and usually I open with a prayer, but with the technical issues that are happening, that I should have started with that, and maybe that's why all of this is happening. So I'm going to take a brief minute to say a prayer and allow us time to reflect and be thankful for the blessings that we have. So, Creator, I come to you today with open heart and open mind, thankful for the many blessings that you provide us on a minute, monthly, second basis, from the ability to walk, talk, be here today to engage, to listen to all these beautiful organizations that are talking about the services that they provide to our country, to our Indian country, and on Turtle Island. May it continue to bless the individuals that are here that couldn't be with us today, and that might be going through something. May you continue to bless them as you blessed me. Keep them healthy, wealthy, and safe. And may you allow them to feel loved, to feel blessed, and to feel that they can make a change in whatever it is that they're going through, that they are making changes and they are supported. Ta'a pila maya ye gracias a Dios, ajonesle, 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 ajonesle. Amen. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my prayer. We have we have a lot of great work that's being done, and I can definitely tell you that the next guest that we're having on has done amazing work, has helped amazing individuals in talking circles and in healing. So we're going to have our moderators bring on our next guest, Brian Frijo. Boo, boo, boo.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm kind of relocating here where I was. It's a little bit loud, but I just wanted to get in a spot where you guys can hear me well. And am I up? Am I good to go?
You're good. So it's all you. I'm going to
All
step
right.
away.
Yeah, I just want to say, Noah Itty, thank you guys for having me on here today, Avril, and this celebrating our community, celebrating people doing great work. And that's Brian Frijo, Skeety Chawi Pawnee Nation of Oklahoma. That's the Wolf people and the leaders of the Pawnee Nation. Nukazogee Seminole, that's the Bear Clan of the Seminole people of Oklahoma. Come from a place called the Southern Plains, the Tornado Alley of Oklahoma, just South Oklahoma, outside Oklahoma City. And then now I live in Southern California, Orange County, beautiful place. That's Juaneño, a Jackman territory along Newport Beach, all the way down to San Juan Capistrano. And just glad to be here. Glad to be able to be working in the community. There were so many things I wanted to share. I have first, just glad to be here, be a part of this circle here of our Native community, Native organizations doing work all around the different areas of the state of California. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, keep doing that great work out there. Just encourage you guys. And I have a consulting that's called Creative for Greatness, that I work with different programs that work with youth, they work with families, adults and elders. And it is in community engagement, health and wellness, drug and alcohol prevention, suicide prevention, and then also addiction recovery and treatment, and basically promoting our traditional knowledge and traditional best practices, our medicines, our traditional foods for a healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, ceremonies. I just returned from Sundance this last couple of weeks. Got to go to Sundance. One of my brothers has a Sundance in South Dakota, so we were able to go and help and support. And took my daughter with me. So I was glad to be there and be there to support and see our people, you know, carrying on these important traditional cultural practices that are helping our people right now through this pandemic, through this time that we're living in. It's important that our community connects with each other and we find support there, whether it's a talking circle, it's a family, extended family, sweat lodge, healing circles, so many different events. We've seen the powwows are going on. All of our Sundances are happening this summer. Stomp dances, that's what my Seminole people do. And we're still carrying on these traditions here during this pandemic and finding our way through it. And then we can share it with each other and the importance of these traditional teachings, traditional values that we have as Native people right now, and that we continue to pass it on to the next generations. So just coming from the Sundance ceremony and taking my daughter, it was her first time to go into Sisseton, South Dakota, and seeing all ages. I seen like 4 and 5-year-old kids out there dancing, representing their tribe, representing their family, representing the spiritual connection, out there praying and dancing all day in the sun, and to be there and help and support and encourage them, you know, in doing that and that commitment that they made. And elders out there dancing. I saw at the drum, you know, all these young people, adults, elders singing at the drum, young men, grandpas. And then I saw the girls, ages 5 to 6, standing around that drum, learning how to sing. Some of them knew the song, some of them were just learning. And to see 20 plus young girls, young ladies, teenagers, women, and elders, women, 20 plus standing around the drum was really beautiful, you know, to see our people participating and supporting around that drum and those songs, helping the people to dance for their prayers, you know, that are for all of us. And that's how we find our way through these times, you know, that we connect with each other. We find partners, we find networking, we find support systems and encouragement to help each other. And so it was really beautiful to see that. And my daughter was her first time to go. And then we took a trip to Oklahoma where I was able to run the sweat lodge ceremony. So the work that I do, you know, includes all of those traditional practices, whether we're sharing medicines and what kind of medicines that we use, the 4 sacred medicines, the tobacco, the sage, the cedar, the sweetgrass, and how to use those medicines, what they mean, you know, whether you live in an urban setting or you live out on the reservation or in a rural setting, that we still have these medicines, we still use them. And then how to grow them. You know, the agriculture is really big in our communities, the environment, the land. And if they say the land is sacred, you know, these medicines are sacred. They come from the land, they come from the creator. And we use them. We use them for our talking circles, our workshops, our sessions, our powwow gatherings. All of our gatherings, we're using these different medicines. And I've had the opportunity to, right now I'm growing sweetgrass and tobacco, and it's growing really nice. I already harvested some tobacco, and I'll be sharing some tobacco seeds. If anybody's interested in that, you know, you can get a hold of me. My website is www. There it is, right there. That's what I like about Avril. Avril is very professional, and she is a great organizer, a community organizer, and she's on point. You know, when we do these gatherings and events like this, just how you guys see this live stream right here that we're having today, and all the people that are speaking. Now, this is how we encourage each other, how we promote each other, and what everyone's doing, from the powwow dancers to the beaters to the ribbon skirt makers to our educators, our teachers, our lawyers, our attorneys, our program directors, our health centers, they're all connected. That's what community is. We're all connected within that circle to help and encourage each other. I was able to be the host MC for a college and career fair last week for careers, college exploration, science, and it was in Tule River. And I was the host for that event, and it was my first time to get to host anything since all the events were canceled due to the pandemic. But I felt really blessed to be there and to host that event and to see our young people coming out that were interested in learning a career, a trade, or going to school, getting that education in whatever area they're interested in. And that our community came together. I think there was probably like 15 universities, college, and trade schools that were there at the event, all coming together, for our community, our young people, our adults that are still going to school and finding their way and finding their passions and goals in life. And so I'm really happy to be here. Like I said, I do a lot of different work. I do motivational speaking. I do workshops in a lot of different areas. You guys can see it on my website. Definitely down to promote anything in the community, whether it's business, whether it's an event, a feast, a dance, a concert, whatever you're doing. That's how we connect and support and encourage each other, out here in the community, that we're showing love for each other and support. And, we're not like we hear a lot of times, our communities tearing each other down. We're not doing that. We're building each other up. We're seeing our tribes do some great, amazing things. We're seeing our local and urban organizations providing services and resources to the community. And we're all out here in California trying to make it happen, representing our tribes, representing our people, representing our family. And it's a beautiful time. We're finding our way through all the challenges that we're going through. And I'm glad to be a part of this generation right now, and made a lot of new friends over the last couple of years during this pandemic that I might have never met. If this pandemic didn't happen, I probably wouldn't have met a lot of these people. But it's part of our journey. It's part of this circle of life and our journey, what we're going through and how we get through it. And so I'm just thankful to be here, and to thank Averill for bringing me on and to be able to share a little bit of what I do and how I'm trying to live right now, staying healthy. I just started powwow dancing 4th of July weekend again after about 20 years. I was a singer for a long time and a performer and a DJ for a lot of events. And then now I'm doing it all. I'm not holding back on anything. I'm dancing. I have a full grass dance regalia that I got to dance in that my sister made me. And then another Southern straight dance regalia that took me about 5 years to acquire all of the different parts of my regalia, and then was able to dance 4th of July weekend in the home state of Oklahoma, 105, 106 degree temperatures, and feeling good, feeling healthy. It was hard, but trying to stay healthy, drinking a lot of water, and just keeping my balance out there so I didn't pass out on everybody. It went well, and I was really thankful to be able to do that. So now I'm back. I'm going to be dancing at some California powwows soon. So you guys will see me out there. Come up and say hi, make a friend, make a relative. That's what time it is right now. We build our family, our extended family, and we start to network and build all the things that we're doing out here in Indian country, out here in California. Well, thank you for having me on today. I don't know if there's any questions. You guys can reach me on my website. Averill has my contact information. This is community in Indian country right here. This is how we do it. Even if we're virtual, even if we have to go online and make it happen like this, we find a way. We don't, as Native people, we don't let anything stop us. We do it together, and we find a way to make it happen. Well, thank you for bringing me on today. Averill, is there any questions? You guys see my Instagram right there, and my Facebook is just under my name, and then my website. So you can reach me and contact me there. I also have another project coming up. It's kind of under wraps right now, but it's a possible a reality show, and it has to do with Native American history and stories, mysteries and stories. We like to tell stories as Native people. So that's another project. Stay tuned, stay posted on that. I'll definitely keep everybody updated. Averill, are there any questions or anything you want to add?
I don't have any questions, but I know you're doing a lot of great work. I know that we have Robin Thundershield that's coming on later in the show, and he had mentioned, and I know you had mentioned that you guys are doing talking circles again through December. So I just want to
Yes.
encourage individuals that might want to, find that space or find a place to feel supported and feel connected. You do great work in Indian country, and I'm just really glad to, have met you. As you said, meeting other individuals, seeing how we can support each other. That's all that that's the thing that we need to do. And I'm really glad that we're able to do that. We do have some individuals in the chat saying that they would love to assist with SUD in and around our country and cities. So again, family and friends, if you'd like to have this amazing individual come out to your community or DJ an event for you, please get at him with his website. He does virtual and amazing things. And I just want to say, ta'a pilamaya gracias. Thank you for being here today, Brian. And we definitely will see you down the road.
Oh, Noah Eri, but oh, thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
See you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks. So thank you, Brian, for being here again. We're going to bring back on Ethan and have Ethan share the great work that they're doing in Indian country with the Phoenix Indian Center. So if our friends can bring on Ethan, we'll go ahead and have him speak. In the meantime, I can do a little bit of this and say hello to Ethan. No, can't hear you. Oh no, can't hear you. But maybe somebody else from Phoenix Indian Center can jump on or unplug. We do have, in the meantime, while you get that going or invite somebody, we'll show a video from one of our other organizations and have you come back on with another guest. We're going to go ahead and thank the organization United American Indian Involvement for sharing with us a video. And we want to go ahead and share this now. So we'll go ahead and watch this video and then have Ethan come on after. Thank you.
Well, for me, I mean, UAII is doing something that is kind of a double benefit. They're not only providing help and relief, but they're showing that there's a presence of the indigenous, community here in Santa Ana that is very important to show the diversity of our city. Thank you, UAII, for doing everything you do. From all of us here in Santa Ana, I'm very grateful as the mayor for everything that you brought here today, and I know all the good work you're going to do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much to UAII for stepping up and providing this protective equipment that our community members want and need. Organizations like UAII have been here for our community in terms of financial resources, public health resources, food. They've really been present at the community.
Events like this are part of keeping that tradition going. I think it's really important for me to see individuals come here, particularly meeting folks that have never been to Indian Day before. What it means to me to serve the Native community in LA, it's just the very reason I had started with the agency. I think it's very important for me to serve an agency like this. The way I describe it is the first peoples of the land. I feel responsibility to do that. And any way to enhance the services we have and to continue to grow the agency so that it's closer to where the people are. And so it's vital. I think it's very important, especially being able to bring the services to those that maybe don't have the transportation but need the services.
This year, we're so excited to be celebrating our 20th anniversary of Indian Day. Indian Day gathering is so important for our community. In Los Angeles County, our community is so dispersed. So having cultural events, community events is so important for our community's overall wellness.
The hope is that we want to make sure that we're here for you, that we know that you haven't been recognized enough, and we want to be able to help you and be there and support you throughout these times, even now and after.
I'm really thankful to be here with UAII, meeting other volunteers, as well as spending time with other SWIFT employees. I haven't seen a lot of the SWIFT employees since the beginning of the pandemic, and so it's been really great to bond. I'm also really thankful to have the opportunity to see the new UAII building here in Los Angeles.
I came out here today to help out with my team. We gave out some turkeys and some other Thanksgiving goodies to the American Indian community within the greater Los Angeles area.
My biggest takeaway from today's event is that everyone matters, no matter where you come from, and there will be people who care for everyone.
The hope is that we can continue doing this from United American involvement so that we can reach out to our community and help them to bring our families together to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
November is Native American Heritage Month, and today we're getting to know an organization that started focusing on the health of its community well before the pandemic, and it's paid off. Eyewitness News reporter Christian Cordero introduces us to the people making a difference at United American Indian Involvement.
On what was once Tongva land in the heart of modern-day Los Angeles are reminders of a system that so rarely pauses for who it has left behind. For almost half a century, United American Indian Involvement has helped fill the gaps despite inequities, perhaps because of them.
There are so many different types of challenges that we see every single day. It could be chronic mental health issues, it could be continued homelessness, high rates of suicide. There's a great deal of hopelessness.
UAII brought hope to Skid Row, based here at first in 1974. It will soon move to a new location in Echo Park. Joseph Quintana grew up with the organization, which today is the largest human and health services provider specifically for Native Americans in LA County.
Our group is primarily focused in on the low income, those people who have no access to any other additional resources throughout the area. And we want to provide that support.
Support that ranges from substance abuse to after school care, all built into the community with events that let people know within the Native population and beyond it that they're here. On Sunday, UAII remember the tens of thousands of children forced into U.S. boarding schools over generations.
How our ancestors were taken from their homes and put in schools and to sort of diminish their Indianness.
UAII today lifts itself up by connecting with its members on a personal level. And few do it better than Nurse Patricia Lopez.
I belong to many Native organizations in the community and service groups. So it's like one and the same. We're able to get the word out because they know us, we know them, we know where to find them. They trust us. You know, I'm their grandma.
But why let grandma tell you what she can show you? In LA County, the American Indian and Alaska Native population has the highest percentage of people vaccinated against COVID-19 at 90% of those 5 and older.
A message of hope that I'd like to share with the Native American community is that representation matters, and I feel now more than ever the whole community is getting that, and the most important thing is to acknowledge what everyone has gone through and all the triumphs that we've accomplished and come this far.
We can, find time to do. And then as far as this stuff is sight unseen, this is who I am, LA, and my father and my mother, So then this thing has grown so much since then. It's amazing. So I'm on board, man.
Great. Thank you. We appreciate that.
We are UAI.
There's a lot of
imagine what does that
there's a lot of
what say companies like here's $10,000 for what like I don't
hello.
know.
So a thing that pops into mind, and I'm not saying this is someone.
So I'd like to say thank you to United American Indian Involvement for submitting that video. We appreciate them. There's a lot of great work going on all over Indian country, all over Turtle Island, from Los Angeles to Hawaii to Phoenix to New York. I encourage you all to utilize volunteerism or internships to gain skills. We have 2 amazing individuals that came to us today or that are helping to make this programming happen. Those 2 amazing individuals, Seneca and Andreas, have done so much great work, and so much great work is being done from all over the area. I encourage you as well to look into your local organizations, your local Indian organizations, look into volunteering with them, look into interning with them. I know that Phoenix Indian Center has done amazing work, and we're going to have them come on and see if their audio is good. And then they can also share with you what it is that they're doing. Before we bring them on, however, I do want to encourage you all um, to attend. I don't know if you can see it, but United American Indian Involvement has several things that are happening, from a open house, because they did move into a um, new building recently. And then they also have American Indian Day that you saw on um, the video. That's coming up also. So visit their website at uaii.org. They have a lot of great services. So now we're going to go ahead and bring on Phoenix Indian Center. Let's see if we can hear them, because we definitely saw them.
Hello. Hi, can you hear me now?
Yay! Yes! Woohoo!
Thank you, Avril. Your prayers worked.
So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to you and have you talk about Phoenix Indian Center.
Alrighty. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you again for having me here. And yeah, so like Avril did say, we're hosting a youth to work program where we send interns in an external placement. And Andreas and Seneca are one of those interns, and they're doing a really great job producing this Zoom. and all the hard work they've been doing with Avril and AC and Associates. So yes, we're so proud of them. But yeah, let me share a little bit more about the Phoenix Indian Center. Forgive me, this is my first live stream, so I don't know. Alrighty, so let me just share my screen real quick to our Instagram page. And oops, is this in the show? Alrighty, so here's our Instagram page where we highlight our events, what's going on within the center, and stuff, promoting definitely all the stuff going on in Indian countries that are sent to us. Right now we have a movie night going on later on in September where we're showing Teata at Polak Tempe Cinemas. And yeah, it's a free event to the public. We have just a great event to showcase indigenous film and media. And then recently we did have an art contest because we're very community based, and this is our winner for our topic for our contest was the native vote, the power of the native vote, and this is the artwork from our great artist. And yeah, we got to promote it, and we went out to a candidate forum where we hosted Arizona governor candidates, congressional candidates, and even Navajo Nation presidential elections candidates. So yeah, it was a really great fun event. And then we're very community based as well. So we also do back to school drives. And yeah, like Avril did said, we're celebrating National Internship Day. Here's a little slideshow we put on for our interns. We have them at great places, other Native organizations or career field interest they have. We have another girl here interning at an architectural firm. Some boys down here doing IT work. And then we have our great intern Alyssa bagging stuff for a giveaway. And yeah, so definitely internships is the one way to gain interest or figure out what works for you or what doesn't work for you when you're exploring your options in your career fields. And yeah, there's us with our internship art competition with the Power of the Native Vote candidate forum. And then also here at PIC, I just wanted to share our main page about us, a little about us. We're stationed here in the community in the Phoenix metropolitan area where we serve not only Arizona tribes, but we get a diverse amount of people. We have 400 plus tribes that come in and use our services. And part of our services, we provide our cultural enrichment, workforce, prevention, and youth development. And yeah, so part of my job, forgot to introduce myself, sorry. My name's Ethan Sosi. Yat Eshikedo Shadine Ethan Sosi Nisha, Senjikin Nishle, Nakadine Abashchin Torachini Dashate, Isafana Dashanella. Hello everyone, my name's Ethan Sosi. I'm a youth development specialist here at the Phoenix Indian Center. I just introduced myself in my native language. And yeah, just for kinship and any relatives out there, shout out to you. But yeah, so what I do specifically is work in the youth program. So our youth program, we specifically gear towards college and career readiness. We even have a acronym. It's for Future Inspired Native American Leaders, final. And yeah, here's our great, here's our staff. We have Melanie Morano, our program manager, who is viewing this live. And yeah, Melanie comes from the Cowlitz tribe in Washington. And here's some fun facts about her. She was a former radio DJ, which is really cool. And then we have our amazing Trevor Foster, our youth development specialist. You probably seen him around if you're in the powwow circle. And our youth development specialist, Nick, he is a great guy, very big football fan. And then there's me. I recently started my position 3 months ago, and I'm loving it so far. So yeah, Definitely, I love having it. I've worked at Dunkin' Donuts. If I served you drink, I'm sorry. But yeah, I also love making playlists on Spotify and just being around. And so for college prepare readiness, we do different programming to help serve our youth and increase the need for American Indian / Native American degree holders. And yeah, so here's our purpose. The program that Seneca and Andreas in is Youth to Work. So we paired with external businesses where we give them a job throughout a few weeks in the summer. We also run this program in the wintertime, and we just partner with external businesses here in the community. And gladly, we get to partner with our virtual community, so we stay connected. And yeah, definitely. So this part of the internship, you get to learn what you like, what you don't like, if this is a career field interest for you. And it's just a great way to add stuff to your resume and your college applications. Get that head start on a lot of in the workforce. We do college and trade school tours, our monthly events. Here's one of our great interns who's now a hired staff, Candice. We partner with the Arizona Coyotes hockey team. We do hoop dance instructional. And then we've hosted actually our first Indigenous football combine this year, which was pretty great. We got a bunch of athletes, definitely some scouters that we're looking for, our college recruiters looking for student athletes. And we participated in an MMIP walkathon, which is pretty great. We also host a Unity Youth Council from 9 to 12th graders high school. And yeah, it's pretty great. And then we also, our committees here in the Youth Council, we have the Executive Committee Prevention, where they bring awareness about the dangers of substance abuse and alcoholism in our communities, our wellness community, who plan health conscious and physical fitness events that we have. And then these are all run by our youth. So when I say these committees, they're run by high school age kids. And we focus on community service, giving back to our community here in the Phoenix area. And yeah, we also partner with a lot of cool people like the Phoenix Suns. We host a Youth Leadership Day, and Arizona Diamondbacks, Arizona Coyotes, and we just make it fun-filled and have a safe space for Native youth here in the Phoenix area. And then one ways to get in contact with us is we're located in the heart of Phoenix. And here's our contact information, our email. And like I said, best way to have reach our programming is through our Instagram. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you again to Avril for hosting our wonderful interns, Andreas and Seneca. They're a real pleasure to us. And we're glad you're able to provide them this learning working environment that they so much love. But yeah, so that's
Thank you, Ethan, for sharing all of that great information, and thank you for being here. We appreciate all of the amazing work that Phoenix Indian Center is doing. We appreciate the amazing individuals that are here today to help us as interns, and being able to provide them with some insight and some money, some summer job while being here, and providing you all with this informational events highlighting communities in Indian country. So we've seen individuals such as Brian and Return to the Heart Foundation, which is doing amazing work um, all over Turtle Island. The next individual that we want to bring on is an amazing individual, and I've done lots of work with her, and I just am so glad, thankful, and grateful that she can be here today. So we're going to go ahead and bring on Yue and have her talk about what it is that she does. Hi, Yue.
Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to introduce myself. Yat Yubige Nishia, na kaida net nishle, ki ani bashichin, the betlijin dasheto, kabahan dashanala. Ooh, am I freezing?
No. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Tepahan dashanala, akut egot adene asanishla, akut egot anadlenishne. So hello everyone, my name is Yue. I am of the Nomadic People clan, born for the Towering House clan. My maternal grandfather's clan is of the Black Sheep clan, and my paternal grandfather's clan is of the Water's Edge clan. So in this way, I am a Navajo transgender woman. I use she, her pronouns. I am an alumna from Cal State Pavugna or Cal State Long Beach. I got my bachelor's in anthropology and my certificate in American Indian Studies. Which I didn't know that Cal State Long Beach was the oldest American Indian Studies program west of the Mississippi River. So I'm glad to be a alumna from that institution. What else? I am working in the field of public health, but I also do freelance graphic artist, web design, part-time modeling, and starting to venture into like jewelry and stuff that soon. Stay on the lookout. I'm currently from this small town in the Navajo Nation called Kayenta, Arizona, which is about like a 20-minute drive south of Monument Valley. We call it Toraneje, but I'm originally from the Navajo Nation on Kayenta, Arizona, but I'm currently living on Tongva people land here in West Los Angeles. So thank you all for having me. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm sorry. I'm also the co-chair for Indigenous Pride LA. So, what is Indigenous Pride LA? So, Indigenous Pride LA is Los Angeles' only pride event and organization that celebrates, honors, and acknowledges Two-Spirit, Indigiqueer, and Indigenous LGBTQI+ heritage, culture, and identities. So, to kind of explain more what we do and kind of who we are, is there a way that I can share a screen? Share screen. Okay. Sharing screen is easy to monitor. Share screen. Okay. I have two windows on. Okay, let's see what happens if I do share screen. Okay, window here. Cool. Here we go. So, am I sharing a window? Can y'all see the window? The website? Okay, cool. Perfect. So, Indigenous Pride LA, again, we're celebrating Two-Spirit, Indigiqueer, and Indigenous LGBTQI+ people. This is at core, this is who we are. And kind of our story is how we got started was we recognize that a group of us that within pride events, right, kind of what we deem as white or non-native or corporate prides, we saw that Native people couldn't be ourselves, right? We couldn't express our heritage. We couldn't speak our languages. We couldn't be ourselves at these events because a lot of times, a lot of us, I say all of us, are oftentimes fetishized or romanticized at these events. And so in that way, you know, we couldn't be Native or we couldn't proudly be our Indigenous selves. But on the flip side, we also recognize that within our Indigenous communities, right, whether you're First Nations, Inuit, Alaska Native, American Indian, when you go to the powwows, or even down in the Latin American or Mesoamerican Indigenous communities, we can't be our authentic selves, meaning we can't be our authentic Two-Spirit selves, we can't be our authentic queer selves, we can't be our authentic transgender selves. You know, we just can't be our authentic selves, even within our own Indigenous communities, because we also acknowledge that the effects of colonization and missionization has had on our communities, right? How they instilled homophobia, how they instilled transphobia, and stuff like that. And so Indigenous Pride LA was kind of our collective answer. And when I say we, I mean like the founding members, right? And I'll get into that in a little bit. But that was kind of our answer to that's kind of our answer to all of these issues, right? We can't be prideful at LGBTQ communities, but we also can be prideful within our own Native Indigenous communities. So this is kind of how we popped up. And if you navigate our website, you will see a bunch of resources. We partner with the City of Angels Two-Spirit Society, which a lot of people don't know that LA does have a Two-Spirit Society. It's headed by Hudson Tibbetts and Gabriel Estrada, and I'll get to that in a bit. We also have some educational resources, and we also have a listing of COVID resources or Indigenous COVID response resources. It's a list of existing and ongoing resources that, you know, a lot of communities and organizations or even like families are still impacted by COVID-19. So we have a listing of those. If folks do want to put up their fundraiser or their initiative, just reach out to us. We have a contact page on our website. We also have events and volunteer information that happens around Ventura, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange, and San Diego counties, because we recognize that even folks who live in Los Angeles, those counties are kind of easily accessible to us. You know, a lot of us kind of travel in between them. So that's kind of the events that are on there, as well as the volunteer information. We have a photo gallery of some of the work that we've done in the past, namely with our festival that happens the Sunday before Indigenous Peoples Day. We also have an archive of some of the flyers and work that we've done in our past. And for our Connecting Communities page, we have a listing of local providers, both Native orgs, Two-Spirit orgs, and LGBTQ plus organizations who are in Southern California. That lists kind of the services that they do as well as their contact information. And we also have a donation page here and a contact page. So in kind of educating the, I guess, the non-Native or non-Indigenous folks, we also have a collection of videos on our YouTube playlist that folks can scan here. They can just keep clicking. And these are just kind of amalgamations of works and documentaries that have been done right throughout the past decade. And even before, that kind of documents people like us, by people like us. And then on this page, you kind of see our faces. And so one of the things that this gallery that we wanted to do was not only did we want to show our ancestors, but we also wanted to show who we were presently, right? Because Two-Spirit isn't a thing of the past. We are very much alive, even though, you know, we're in this odd position where a lot of our own Native community thinks we're not alive anymore, that was a thing in the past. But no, we're still very much alive. Just like how a lot of the Western society thinks that Native Americans don't exist anymore, we're still here. Two-Spirit people, we're still here and we're still alive. And this includes people who identify as Two-Spirit, people who identify as indigenqueer, people who identify as Native and gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, or asexual, or pansexual. So these are just kind of pictures of folks around who have submitted their pictures to us or who are publicly known to be within the community. You can also follow our Instagram. We are mainly active on Instagram and Facebook. Twitter, we are starting to ramp up a little bit, but if you do want to see what's going on within the community, Instagram is a really good place. And our sponsors for now are these folks. So, about us. So currently these are the chairs right now. Me being myself, I'm the co-chair. Isaac, they're the other chair, they're Hopi and Payaquila Pueblo. Gabriela Leon, she is Yome or Yaqui. And then our secretary, Danny, who is Guachichil and Ma Yucateco. And then as far as family members, here they are. Many of the members are no longer in the organization because they either moved on or they found something, you know, more to do with their time, or they kind of left it in the hands of us. So. And then the Two-Spirit Society, you can find some more information here. As I mentioned, it's headed by Hudson Tibbetts and Gabriel Estrada, and they have been kind of members within the Los Angeles community who have been key figureheads in forming and maintaining the Two-Spirit presence within Los Angeles. And for education, we have two of them. If you want to learn what Indigenous is or other terms like that, and what Two-Spirit and other terms like that are, but in the, you know, save time, we'll keep going on. And again, here is the listing for the directory. It's listed alphabetically in order. You can click here if you are on the mobile website, Or if you are on a tablet or a website, you can also navigate by clicking these buttons here that will take you to wherever you need to go. So events, we have a calendar on our website here that kind of lists events within the counties that I just mentioned that are either Indigenous centered or trans and queer centered. Again, we're trying to highlight our own community, the communities who we're part of intersectionality wise. So this is a calendar that you can look up as well. If you are someone who's looking for volunteering opportunities, if you click on the information, you'll be able to find some contact information where you can contact the organizers if they need any volunteering help. And again, here's our photo gallery of kind of the works that we've done in the past. So 2021 through 2020 was virtual. So we just took pictures of our performers who performed, and we pre-recorded. But 2019 and 2018 were our in-person one, where folks can browse kind of the various things that we've done as well. And we also have videos as well on our YouTube channel as well. And here's a listing of some of our archival work that we've done, kind of the flyers, past flyers that we've done for our events. And this is, I think, one I'm going to highlight and spend more time on is the Connecting Communities page. So again, it has listings of various organizations, Two-Spirit organizations, or organizations that highlight are Two-Spirit centered nationally. And then we also have Native American providers who are near or around Los Angeles County. So I think many of these who have already spoken or who are going to speak soon. So you'll hear more from them. And we also have LGBTQ plus providers within LA County. Again, if you are someone who's looking for services, this is an excellent page to visit to keep update with kind of the latest providers who are in or around the Los Angeles County. Because as a co-chair, we keep getting questions about referrals and organizations and stuff like that. So here's an excellent page that you can visit as well. For our donation, even though currently right now we are only a organization that does a festival or event based work, we are trying to reach into more provider work. We are trying to reach into establishing a support group for many of the communities who we serve, such as like the Indigenous youth community, right? Trying to form a Two-Spirit, trans, and queer Indigenous youth support group in person or either online, as well as folks living with HIV, because that's a community that many people don't think about. So trying to form a support group for them. The other one I also want to highlight is we're also trying to establish a support group for PFLAG, which a lot of people know that PFLAG is an organization for parents who have children who are transgender, queer, bisexual, what have you, but trying to establish a native PFLAG chapter here. So if you can, we do have the people, we do have the manpower, we do have the resources. We just don't have the funding to do that, right? Because a lot of this requires money. We don't want to have support group facilitators not go unpaid, because as we all know, gas is expensive and living in Los Angeles and traveling around Los Angeles is expensive. So we do want to compensate people for their professional time that they have given. And yeah. Here's our contact page. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. I don't know if we've got to mention, but we had a flyer that I didn't see up here. April, is there a way that we can pull up the save the date flyer? Okay, thank you. And I'm going to stop sharing. So there is the save the date flyer for Sunday, October 9th. Save the date for Sunday, October 9th. Location and time will be announced shortly. We are still finalizing the details. But yeah, if you are interested, if you're a vendor, if you're an artist, feel free to contact us about Indigenous Pride LA. I do have to preface that we do prefer our local community members first who are Two-Spirit, Indigenous, and Native. We get questions all the time for people who are outside, who travel too far. Unfortunately, we have a really tight budget this year, and we are trying to highlight community within LA and the surrounding areas. So yeah, if you have any questions, reach out to us. You can also reach out to me. I'm at ua@indigenouspridela.org. And yeah, thank you so much for highlighting Indigenous Pride LA, April and company. And I guess that is that time? Sorry, I was rushing.
You did an amazing job, Yue. Thank you for being here. As you exit or as we bring you off screen, we will leave the flyer. So if anybody wants to do a screenshot or because it is behind us, once both of us, our moderators will take us off the screens for just a moment and we'll show the flyer. But I want to say thank you again for being here. Thank you for providing information to our Indian community, to Turtle Island. And I know people can and reach out to you. And I look forward to having you here again and working with you in the near future. So I'm going to just remove myself or have our moderators remove ourselves so individuals can see the flyer. So just for a second, I will remove myself. And we're excited to have had you here, and we will definitely see you soon. It was good to see you. Atiahet, thank you. Thank you, Yue, and we're going to go ahead and bring on our next guest, the amazing Robin Thundershield. And I have individuals bring him in, and he will introduce himself. Hi, Robin.
Hey, April.
Hi. So it's all you, Robin. Here you go.
Thank you so much, April. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you guys so much for inviting me here to be here today. And thank you to all the speakers that went before me. And thank you to all those that'll go after. And then a special shout out to all the amazing interns that are behind the scenes making all the magic happen. You guys are doing an amazing job. And thank you to all those interns. I believe it's National Intern Day. So all you interns out there, thank you all so much for all your good work. And look forward to seeing you all come forward as leaders in the Indian community and to do this work for our people. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Robin Thundershield. I'm a member of the Standing Rock Sioux Tribe. I currently live in Los Angeles County on Tongva territory, and I also serve as the outreach coordinator for the California Native Vote Project. We're currently have two offices, one in Southern California, Los Angeles, and another in Northern, over in Sacramento. Quick little information about our humble beginnings. We started 3 months prior to the 2016 presidential election. We wanted to start off and go ahead and educate Native Americans about why it's important to register to vote and also get out there to vote. Since that time, we've expanded pretty widely. We currently do integrated voter engagement work, community organizing, youth organizing, research, COVID-19 work, and education campaigns. I'll go ahead and highlight 2 areas of our work, and then I'll go ahead and hand it off to my colleague that's also going to be coming up next. One of the areas of our work, really great work, one of its first of its kind, is called the Indigenous Education Now campaign. This campaign, it's a coalition of other local community-based Native organizations that have basically come together to hold Los Angeles Unified School District accountable for many different things. And one of the ones that we're trying to do is get a Native American curriculum into all LAUSD schools, get some more, get a Native American workforce going on so we can get some Native teachers, get some land acknowledgement, and of course, get those get those meetings going between LAUSD and the local tribes, for the consultations of which the school district sits on their territories, to consult with them and get those relationships going in a good way. One of the most major victories we had with this campaign is we recently won $10 million, and that's a big deal. And because that money is it's meant to go back for our students, for the community. And so currently, the coalition's leadership amongst LAUSD's leadership is all gathering and putting their heads together to figure out how they can implement those dollars to go back into the school as soon as possible. And so, as there's more developments, we can definitely share out. To learn more about the Indigenous Education Campaign, you can visit our website. We definitely have some really great other campaigns on there as well. So when you get a chance, they'll go ahead and pop up our website. Please visit it, and you can check it out. Any questions you have regarding the campaign, please reach out to me. I can definitely help you out and point you in the right direction. One of the other areas of work that we're currently doing is our COVID-19 community virtual talking circles. And these circles got started over a year ago. And we just relaunched our second cycle, actually third cycle, yesterday evening. And the purpose of these talking circles is, it all started when I first had COVID-19. I've had it twice now, and the first time, I thought it was going to kill me. I didn't think I was going to make it, but thankfully I did. Mentally or physically I did, but mentally and spiritually I was still suffering. And one of the ways I found to help heal was through talking about it. And so I joined the talking circle through the United American Indian involvement. And once I spoke about it, that's when I realized that was a form of healing for me. That was my medicine, was to talk to my community. And so that's how I was able to help found our virtual talking circles. And ever since then, it's been a really great healing space for our community. Once we first started with our Los Angeles County talking circles, and now we expanded into our California statewide talking circles. So anybody in the state of California is more than welcome to join. We do have our registration forms on our website, or you can email me directly and I can send you the registration form, or if you have any questions regarding it. The first person that was on the show today, Mr. Brian Frijo, my brother, he's actually our facilitator for the talking circles. Really great person. We love Brian. He's been with us ever since. And he starts off our circles and always in a good way, always with prayers, always with a good song. We always offer the community, if you want to share a song, share smoke. We offer up prayers. We try to keep it traditional as possible. And the circle is for the community. We don't have any type of leadership or anything like that within it. We try to keep it as pure as possible. So we definitely invite you all to come join us. You can listen in, share whatever you like, but it's open to anybody. And I believe that's about it. I'll keep it short and sweet. I know we got a lot of great folks behind me, so I'll go ahead and stop there. And again, if you want to learn more about our organization, please visit our website, and you can reach out to me directly. And we also have social media platforms. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Go ahead and you can follow us there. I believe it's at canativevote.org. And check out all the great events that we got coming up. So with that being said, thank you all again so much. Thank you, April. Thank you to all the wonderful community leaders that are out there that are, help creating these spaces. Special shout out to the Hales, wonderful family, always doing great things for our people. Shout out to Dr. Andrea Garcia. You guys are wonderful. Please continue the great work. And of course, April, love you. Thank you so much. And all the interns, you all are appreciated. Thank you for having me. You all have a great day.
Hey, everybody. I am one of Robin's coworkers. My name is Liam Walsh. I am Rincon Liseño, Pam Kuicham, people of the West. I want to say Noshon Lovik. My heart is full to be here today to speak with everyone on this very important topic of highlighting community in Indian country. So here at CMVP, I play the role of statewide outreach manager. And most of the time, what that looks like is just managing various projects that deal with direct engagement of community members, as well as coalitions that we're a part of, and basic relationship management with other organizations. And I'll kind of touchstone off of what Robin was saying, one of our main areas of work right now, which is referred to as the Indigenous Education Now Coalition, is supporting Assembly Bill 1703, or the California Indian Education Act. And he said a little bit about it, so the content is clear, but I want to give a little bit of background for what the impetus was for this bill. This bill was authored by Senator James Ramos, who is a former chairman of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. And basically, the reason why this bill was necessary is mainly because of things like the fourth grade mission system projects and the very clear statistics which show an apparent school to prison pipeline for Native students and students of color. They're subject to over-disciplining at a much higher rate than other students. Their culture is most of the time never even acknowledged when teaching things that have to do with their history, with their ancestors, and it's very damaging. So that became the real reason why a bill like this was needed, and it is a statewide bill. It will be implemented around the state with different local school districts, and basically setting up task forces with teachers and other faculty and staff to make sure that our culture is addressed and approached in a really appropriate way, which hasn't happened up until now. So it's a very big milestone achievement that we're very proud to call ourselves a part of that work. On a broader strokes scale, a lot of the work we do has to do with integrative voter engagement. And this can look a variety of ways, from just simply registering people to vote all the way down to actual voter education for election-specific measures, propositions, and amendments that go up for voting every time a ballot comes out or every time there's an election. Because we're a 501c3, we don't actually endorse specific candidates, but if there's alignment with a certain bill, we will endorse it as long as it's going to benefit the whole of Indian country, including urban Indians, non-federally recognized tribes, as well as federally recognized tribes in the state of California. So that's mostly the work that we do, but I wanted to mention a really exciting opportunity. It's the first of its kind. It's the Native Power Building Fellowship. California Native Vote Project is launching a fellowship that's going to take place over the course of 18 months. The deadline to apply is August 19th, and we want any Native who lives in California to consider applying. This is generally for people who have been in the field of work with tribes and Indian communities for more than 2 to 3 years. That's kind of the minimum level of experience we're looking for. But I do encourage anyone who's living in the state of California and identifies as a Native American or Alaska Native to apply. It will be a very, 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 very full program. You're going to receive tons of training on organizing, power building, and tons of other skills that we use in our daily line of work. And yeah, we don't have the number of applicants that we're looking for, so we're going to be accepting applications until August 19th, and the more the merrier. In addition to that, we're also hiring canvassers right now. So if anyone has a desire to do community-facing outreach or engagement, going to events, running a booth at a powwow or a cultural gathering, and you see yourself as a people person who really just loves getting into the community and rubbing shoulders with some real movers and shakers, this could be a position for you. In addition to that, we also have a volunteer program. I'm not sure if my email is up there, but you can go ahead and email me at lwalsh@canativevote.org. I will try to reply as soon as I can, I promise. But my inbox tends to get a little hectic sometimes. And I think that's about it for me. I think my time has come to hand it off to the next speaker. But I just want to say thank you so much to Avril for having me here, and thank you so much for everyone watching this. It's really important to stay engaged with community and always know what's going on around you. Alrighty, have a good one, everyone.
Thank you, Liam, for being here. We've seen so many great people come on today, from Brian to, videos, and to California Native Vote Project, to Indigenous Pride LA, Phoenix Indian Center. We have one more video to share, and we have one more great individual who will be on after that video. So we're going to have straight from Hawaii some information from Hawaii. So if our mods can go ahead and bring that video up, we'll go ahead and share that with you, and then we'll have one more presenter after that. I'm going to share a quick video of Ono intern. And here we go.
Aloha, Skugtash, Aninam Chikik Jennifer Varenchik, Aninat Tohono. My name is Jennifer Varenchik, and I'm Tohono, and I live in the illegally occupied Kingdom of Hawaii on the island of Oahu. Ono, Oahu Native Nations Organization, recently successfully held its first round dance. It was well attended, and we are very thankful to UH West and the Return to Heart Foundation for their support. Another one is in the works. If you have any relatives living in Hawaii, please share with them our socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Please follow us for any updates. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you to Ono, Jennifer Varenchik of Native Muse, for putting on that first ever round dance in Hawaii. And I hope to soon be able to go out and visit and possibly attend the next round dance in Hawaii. We've had great information shared today. We have one more speaker who we're going to go ahead and bring on, the amazing, the knowledgeable, the awesome guy that I have known and have been able to share great memories with. Sage Romero, are you here? Are you in the building? Yay!
Yaho, Manahu, Inani and Sage Andrew Romero. My traditional name, Alapian Chuntohi. And I'm the founder director of the Akamai Culture Group, and I'm really proud to be able to be a part of this. Thank you, Avril, and your program for having us. I'm actually parked right now because I'm helping do transportation for my father. So I'm in a vehicle. Otherwise, I'd be in my studio, which is part of the organization that I'm going to share about. So the Akamai Culture Group is based here in California, in Tovawahamatu, Big Pine, California, the place where the wild rice grows. And we have a focus on cultural revitalization through action, be it learning dance, song, traditions, oral histories, also volunteering in the community, making sure that things are happening for our community, and providing resources such as equipment, for audio, PA systems, all that, and just being a general resource. We do have a studio that we completed recently, which I named after my mother, Margaret L. Romero, and it's a dance studio. It's also a multimedia studio. We also have a fitness center inside of it, and that was built entirely off of my own donations and donations of people that have been supporting us and contributing to the group. And just a huge group of volunteers have really helped make it happen. And it was a community effort. There was no way that I could say that one person helped put it all, but it was a community effort. And I'd invite anyone that would want to collaborate or just come visit to come and see what we have if you're ever up in Payahanauda, which is 4 hours north of Los Angeles. We're actually the water source of Los Angeles. Our water is what's taken from us to feed the LA basin. And yeah, we do a lot of environmental impact work too. We like to raise awareness to that issue itself, and work with our tribes and our community to help keep that awareness going. But within our space, we also, like I said, have dance groups. We do singing groups. We have a recording studio, And I'm also working with youth to create multimedia. We just recently completed a project with our Indian education program, which was anti-vape, traditional tobacco use versus modern abuse of tobacco. And they created, utilizing our equipment, our video and cameras, utilizing that equipment to create a short film with their own efforts, their own writing, their own production, their own actors, all of them. And it was a great little project. So that's something we also provide. And the United American Indian Involvement Program is actually here in Payapu Nadu this week. They actually brought some students to come dance at the studio on Tuesday night. So that's the type of facility we are. And just keeping like cultural activities, things like that happening, because to us, our strength is culture, and maintaining that practice of identity and learning where you're from and what you do. That's really a source of strength for myself and my family. So we want other people to be able to have that experience. And we also have efforts ongoing, just to continue providing resources for our community and collaborating with other people. We've had a lot of other groups come to us and want to work with us for certain things, be it media or whatever, and we keep those things happening throughout our programming. And yeah, it's just been really a blessing to be able to see this whole idea, this whole vision become reality, because it's here now. We have our own space, we have our own place, we have our own time where we can do these things. And I also offer hoop dance classes, so that I'm teaching young people or people of all ages that want to learn, take that opportunity to teach them. And sorry, my dad's eating lunch right now. Hold on. And aside from that, we also promote sobriety. That's one of our big things. I'm drug and alcohol free. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs or anything like that. And I want to show youth that there's people out there that don't need to partake in that. And because of the damage those substances has caused in the past to our people, there's been a loss of a lot of culture, tradition, languages, things like that we've lost because of elders that have died from cirrhosis, or just from being in that life where things happen and people pass away during parties and all that. So and also to dispel stereotypes against Native people. There's a stereotype that our people party hard, and we have all that going on. So that's one of the things. I know it's kind of old thinking because things are kind of different this way, but it's definitely been a source of inspiration and strength for me to maintain my sobriety in my life, and something I just want to promote and help people realize the strength of it. So that's also what our group is promoting when we do our work in the community, and continue providing resources and projects to happen for our youth and our families and our tribes, and also our surrounding community, who we do work with pretty often. But yeah, if you have any questions, you can find us on Facebook. It's Akamaya Cultural Dance Group on Facebook. On Instagram, I post a lot of my group stuff on there. I don't really do my personal stuff on there too much. It's mostly about the group, but that is under Digital NDN. So that's on Instagram. And then you could reach us at akamayagroup@gmail.com if you have any questions or would like to collaborate on something. And also my numbers and everything, I could share that with you if you need that as well. But otherwise, thank you, Avril, for this time, and thank you to everybody that came before me and were able to share about their wonderful programs, and keeping the relevance of our Native programming. Let people know that we're out there, because a lot of people think we have very limited resources, but there are people out there doing the work, and there are people hands-on, and we need to remember that, because so often I hear, oh, nothing's happening in our community, oh, we're not doing nothing, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that. But you just got to make the effort to reach out and find the people, which are like some of the people that were on here, and see what they're doing, because a lot of people are really out there doing the hard work, And I thank you for giving us time to share so that we can let people know that we're here. So thank you, everybody, Ta'a, and wishing you all the best. Show.
Thank you so much, Sage, Ta'a, for being here, Ta'a, for sharing your information. Give your dad a hug for me. And I just am thankful. As we close out our session, I'm thankful for all of you viewers for watching today. I'm thankful to the interns who made today's event a success. In life, we have struggles, we have things that um, may prompt us to not continue, or we might have a bad day, or if you've been watching this stream the whole time, we might have some interruptions that happen. But if we continue to um, pray, if we continue to be connected to communities, if we continue to know who we are and where we come from, we're all role models. We're all taking one step at a time to live this life. And I'm just really thankful and grateful that Seneca and Andreas could be here today to help me in my own business, to support me, and to make this event successful. So I'm just really grateful and thankful um, to the interns, to you all for watching. We'll be coming back with some more great events online. So please follow us at AC and Associates on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. You can also reach out to me at avrilcordova@gmail.com. Thank you to the Phoenix Indian Center, and I'm just thankful for you all for watching today. May you have a great day. May you continue to be blessed. May you continue to um, be successful in whatever it is that you do. Follow your dreams. Know that whatever it is that you're working on, you're going to do well on, that you have a lot of support. If somebody hasn't told you today, you're loved. I'm sending out prayers and good thoughts and positive energy to you and your family. If you're struggling through whatever it is, health, COVID, mental health, alcoholism, drug addiction, there is a community out there somewhere that supports you. Look for that community. Reach out to that community, and whatever community is around you, whatever community that you feel can support you, whether it be alcoholism, AA, there is a community out there. So have a great day. Be well, be safe, and we will see you down the road. Ta'a, Pilamayaye. Gracias, Etiahet.